Alright, so we're recording. I'm back at it, but unfortunately today it's not for a gym vlog. So I've been meaning to upload this video for a few days now, but I've been down in the dumps a little bit, so I've been avoiding making it. Also, I've just been trying to rest myself. So the reason I've not been uploading any gym vlogs is I recorded one on on Friday, that I put on Monday this week, and it's now Friday again. And on Saturday night last week, so nearly a full week ago, I've sustained a little bit of an injury in work. So I was in Glasgow, drove my truck, I'm a truck driver, drove my truck up to Glasgow, and happened to be messing around with a bloody trailer. So for those who don't know, the big lorries that you see on the road, the biggest ones, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but in between the front part where the driver sits in and the trailer at the back, it's a fully detachable thing. So that trailer has electrical lines go into it, it has air lines go into it, and every time you detach the trailer, you detach all those lines, and then you can pick up a different trailer. And so what I was doing was I was trying to get the electrics to work on the trailer that I was using, and there's a thing that you open up on the truck called a wind deflector, and that once you open it up, you can gain access to between the truck and the trailer to get the electrics going. And I've opened the wind deflector, done what I'm doing on the back of the truck, and when I've come down, I've had my hand on the inside of the wind deflector, and with that, I closed it with my left hand, and my right hand was behind it, and my finger was in the wrong place, and it got caught in the hinge. So when I've closed it with this hand, the metal hinge has crushed it, and then that's pretty much gone. Well, not pretty much, it did. It went through my full fingernail, about halfway into my finger. It's fractured the tip of my finger, so that's crunched up into a couple of pieces. And so I've had to have, that was on Saturday night in Glasgow, and with it being Saturday night, 8:30, I thought going to the hospital in Glasgow is not a good idea. I'm going to be stuck in there for hours and hours and hours, and then I've got to somehow get my way back to my truck, because obviously not going to be able to drive a truck to a hospital, so I would have been having to wait for an ambulance from where I had the truck to then go to Glasgow Hospital, to then go from A&E once I'm done, 5-6 hours later at least. Like I say, it's a Saturday night, it's the busiest time, everyone's out getting drunk, and that's when accidents happen and fights and stuff like that. So yeah, it ends up busy on a Saturday night. So I would have had to get a lift back to where my truck was after I'd got out of there. I would have ran out of working time on my tachograph, so it would have been a case of having to get a hotel to stay in for the night and get work to reimburse me for it. Bearing in mind, it's the last payday before Christmas, so I'm not going to get that money back until after Christmas, more than likely. Not 100% sure, but still, not worth risking. So I decided to drive back. I'd dressed it, reported it, went through an accident report, ended up leaving the site an hour late. It was very nice of the manager up there to let me go without a trailer, so all I was in charge of driving back was just the truck itself, which makes it a much simpler drive. You don't have to be as on your toes as to what could happen with your trailer, because obviously instead of being a 50-foot long vehicle with trailer and unit, you're realistically more like the same length as a long wheelbase van, maybe slightly shorter. So it's not as hard of a drive back. So got back to Warrington at about 2 a.m, finished my shift, drove to hospital. Luckily, I was in and out of there within 2 hours because it was so early in the morning. 2 a.m. call to hospital, and there wasn't that many people in there, and luckily small injuries unit wasn't very clogged up at all, so I was the only person for a small injuries, minor injuries if you like. So then that happened on the Saturday night. Sunday morning, didn't get in until 5 a.m. Tried to go to sleep. It was very difficult. Kept thinking of the injury and reflecting back on the crush on my finger. It wasn't nice. Every time I kept thinking of it, kept making me feel all queasy. You know, thinking of the sound and the feeling of the crush. Because at the time when I did it, I had a latex rubber glove on, because I put rubber gloves on to not get dirty hands when I'm touching oily, messy stuff that you tend to get on the back of a truck. So I had a latex glove on, and when I crushed it, it didn't even rip the glove. So in my mind, I thought, oh, it'll just be a really bad pinch. Holy cow, definitely not. Took the glove off, and I'll put a picture on now, just so you can see. What are we on there? 6 minutes 20. I'll put a picture on now, and I'll blur it out a bit, because I don't know what the crack is with YouTube and gore and blood and stuff like that. So I'd rather not put anything too disturbing on. But it's disgusting. It's a bloody mess. So yeah, I dressed it myself, and then they gave me an appointment at the hospital and some antibiotics so that I don't lose the top half of my finger to infection. They give me an appointment to go and have it operated on Tuesday, just gone. So I've had it operated on. They've removed the full nail, even though it was in multiple pieces. They've removed the full nail and cleaned the cut. The doctor said he could see down to the broken bone. And then they've sewed it back up again. So the day after that, which was Wednesday, was very sore. Now, even yesterday, Thursday, still pretty sore. And today is still sore as well, but it's slowly going down in intensity of pain. But I just wanted to obviously give you guys a quick explanation as to why I've not been uploading the gym vlogs. I do intend to get back to them as soon as I can. The only thing is, I can't exactly go to the gym while I'm off sick with work. So I feel like I could potentially go and train legs in the next couple of days. But with me having a sick note off work, it's not really the best idea to go and record myself in the gym, or go to the gym at all for that matter, for this first couple of weeks, because at the end of the day, I don't know if you can see it there, but it's still discharging plenty of stuff, and it's coming through. Sorry, some guy was just flashing me through. I wasn't ready for him. Yeah, there's like a discharge coming out of the top of it. So I think that if I go and get my heart going and get it pumping, it's gonna probably set off the bleeding again. I mean, if I at the moment, if I do a cough or sneeze, I can feel it in my finger at the moment. That's how sort of sore and tender it is. So maybe as much as it's killing me to not go and do legs, because again, legs is something I want to get bigger than it currently is at the moment. Like that's one thing I'm not happy with in terms of size, is legs. I want to get them bigger. So I could go and do them, obviously, because it's not my finger, it's my legs. But yeah, I don't want to get it bleeding again. So I'm going to have a little break off the gym vlogs for a bit. Maybe, I think as soon as I'm back in work, I'll be okay to do, I'll be all right to do legs then, I think. And then as the pain starts going down and the cut has been fully sealed up and sort of partially healed to the point where it doesn't bleed when I exert myself physically, then I'll get back to the gym vlogs. I'm hoping that'll be around a week and a half from now, 2 weeks, and I'm just going to go and hammer legs 3 times a week until we can start throwing some upper body in there again as well. So that's the plan. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update and not just ghost everyone completely. So yeah, I will be back to it, but got to get this sorted first. So thank you for listening to me and taking the time and patience to watch/listen to this video. And if you like the car talks, drop a comment and I'll just do a bloody car talk a couple of times a week just to keep the channel active. So yeah, thanks for watching. And if you liked it, subscribe, like and share the video. See you on the next one.